1917. Well, 2019 is never going to get beat. So this is the last review I'm going to do for 2019. I'm not going to do Just Mercy because I feel like I need to watch 2020 movies. So Just Mercy, I will watch eventually, but it's going to be on Redbox or something. I don't feel like going to the theater. Ironically, I went to go see Underwater before I went to see 1917, and Just Mercy was playing in my theater already. And I'm like, what? What is this supposed to come out next week? I guess, yeah, I was playing, and I went and the credits were playing. I'm like, oh. So I saw part of the movie. I just didn't see the whole thing. Just Mercy is a movie that interests me. I love the actors, and I guess the filmmakers are cool, and it sounds like a good movie, but whatever. But enough about Just Mercy. Let's talk about the movie we're talking about today. 1917. A movie directed, written, and produced by the legendary man himself, Sam Mendes, the guy who made American Beauty, Road to Perdition, which was my favorite movie, Skyfall, one of the best James Bond movies, Spectre, I guess. Spectre's alright. What's another one he's made? Revolutionary Road. So yeah, that guy, yeah, Sam Mendes, the man himself. Who else is on the movie? Oh, Roger Deakins. Yes, the greatest cinematographer of all time. And probably this is his best work yet. I'm going to get into it. Hold on a sec. 1970 also features Thomas Newman, a very great musician who helped make the music. He's done American Beauty with Sam Mendes, Green Mile, lots of amazing movies he did the score for. Cinderella Man, Jarhead, also a Sam Mendes movie. I forgot Jarhead was also done by Sam Mendes, and another excellent war film. But you get the idea. So hold on a sec. Yeah, edited by Lee Smith, who also edited Dunkirk. Great editing on that, but this was better. Let me think. Yeah. And the cast is George McKay as Lance Corporal Schofield. Probably one of the best main characters in a movie ever in a long time. Will Schofield was amazing as frick. Dean Charles Chapman as Lance Corporal Blake. Awesome character. Mark Strong as Captain Smith. Andrew Scott as Lieutenant Leslie. Richard Madden as Lieutenant Joseph Blake. I'm just reading it off the phone. Claire Dubras as Laurie. Colin Firth as General Remy. Colin Firth was really great in this movie. He wasn't in it too much, but he was great. Benedict Cumberbatch as Colonel Mackenzie. But the movie's mostly focused on George McKay, character, Lance Corporal Will. He's the one that's adventuring through, and the other guy. But my point stands. So it's very much like set up like Joker, where it's the other characters are in it, but it's mostly focused on the main character, which is Lance Corporal Will. So, what do I think about 1917? Well, going in, I was extremely hyped for this movie. And I think it was mainly just due to Sam Mendes. It's a movie. This movie's based on his grandfather's account of his friends in World War One. It's a very personal film to Sam Mendes. I was really excited because we never had a real World War One movie before. World War One movies have been hit or miss a lot. Like there's been a couple. There's like War Horse, which is good, but it didn't. None of the my point stands. None of the World War One movies really captured what World War One was. World War One is a very important war, and a lot of World War One movies can't seem to do it right because they just don't do it right. It's like they either put the war in the background or they don't show anything or whatever. I mean, it's not a lot of great World War One movies. I mean, there's Red Baron, so that's an airplane one. Lawrence of Arabia, yeah, exactly. Lawrence of Arabia put the World War One in the background, didn't really make it the focus. Paths of Glory, I guess. It's not a whole lot. That's what I'm saying. I mean, National Guard Girl was a great documentary, but it didn't really, My point stands. There hasn't been a lot of, excellent... There's no World War I movies you really say, oh, this is, better than Saving Private Ryan. This is on Apocalypse Now level. There's not a lot of World War movies you say that about. Until now. Because, let me tell you what. 1917. is the greatest war film ever made. Not even joking. I didn't think it was possible. A war film that's better than Apocalypse Now. Apocalypse Now was my favorite war film of all time until I watched 1917. Because while I love Apocalypse Now, it didn't make me cry 3 times. It didn't have the cinematography of Roger Deakins. It didn't have Sam Mendes putting everything he had into this one movie. It didn't have that. 1917 goes above and beyond. Sam Mendes winning those Golden Globes makes so much sense now because this is my second favorite movie of 2019. I like it more than Joker. I can't even believe I'm saying that. Because let me tell you, I mean, this whole movie, I was just in, my body was just immersed. I couldn't believe it. Like, I couldn't believe it. And when I was done with the movie, I was sitting there for like watching the credits roll. And I'm just like, wow, that was something else. Holy crap. I mean, when I try to make nitpicks and negatives for 1917, it doesn't work because I can't. I literally can't. I mean, you got me, Sam. You did it. You made a masterpiece movie. I can't believe it. I mean, Sam has made some excellent movies before. Not discounting American Beauty, Road to Perdition, of course, Revolutionary Road, and his other movies. They're all great, but you can really tell when you watch 1917, Sam gave everything he had to make this movie. Just like Todd Phillips gave everything he had to make Joker, and Francis Ford Coppola gave everything to make my favorite movie of all time, The Godfather. When a filmmaker gets that passionate about a movie and they put everything they have into it, you can feel it. And this is one of those movies. The same with Steven Spielberg when he made Schindler's List. Steven Spielberg gave everything he had to make Schindler's List. He put tears, blood, and sweat, just like Sam Mendes put tears, blood, and sweat into making 1917. And you can feel it when you watch 1917. It's unbelievable. I mean, there's parts you're going to tear up at. There's parts you're going to be feeling emotion. There's parts you're going to be like this. The cinematography by Roger Deakins. This is his best work yet. Roger Deakins went 100. He went all out. Roger Deakins deserves every award. I mean, I can give this movie a billion compliments. It's like from beginning to end, you're just immersed. Like this movie feels like a video game mixed with. It's just great, bro. Like you're with this character, Lance Corporal Will, whatever. You're with Lance Corporal Will the entire movie, and you feel every emotion he's feeling, and you see these dead people everywhere, and it's just gory World War I stuff that I never really get in World War I movies, and it just did it perfectly. I couldn't ask for. This is a movie I wanted for years, a real World War I movie, and we finally got it. It's like, bro, and I couldn't be happier. Sam Mendes, you did it. You're a mad lad. You pulled it off. Bro. World War I is a thing. It's just an underrated war. It's an underrated thing in the film industry, and it's underrated. It's just a war that's overlooked because of World War II. World War II was so much bigger than World War I that it's overlooked. But 1917 proves no, it was just as bad. It was just as bloody, and it was pretty crazy, and it was pretty revolutionary for technology. And 1917 just shows everything that meant for World War I and why we should never have stuff like that happen again, and the troubles of war, and you just, this is my 5th favorite movie of all time now. I mean, I'm gonna get it right off the bat. You know what? I've said enough. The fact of the matter is this: 1917 is a masterpiece. Yep. There is now a 16th member of the 10 out of 10 club, and that is 1917. Oh my gosh. It's like Jeremy Jahns, like every Awesome-tacular he gave last year, I gave a 10 out of 10. Joker, Endgame, and this one. It's like, all got 10 out of 10s from me. I mean, I guess from now on, that's not always true, because Jeremy gave Mission Impossible Fallout a 10 out of 10. I didn't love that movie. It was still pretty good, but it was better. Yeah. Okay, not every Awesome-tacular Jeremy Jahns gives out, but for last year, it was on point. I mean, you're right, Jeremy. 1917 is Awesome-tacular, but it's beyond Awesome-tacular. It is freaking flawless. Bro, just flawless. Like, there's just parts that... I'm trying not to get into spoilers here. You just need to watch it. It's a movie... It's like what I said about Joker. It's a movie you have to see to believe. You have to see to believe, man. And Sam I just want to hug you for making this movie. You're my hero now. Sam Mendes is now officially one of the greatest filmmakers of all time. I mean, he already was, but if you didn't believe he was, you will believe now. I'm going to see every movie Sam makes from now on. I didn't see all of Spectre, but I'm going to now to give it a shot. I mean, I saw Spectre kind of, but not the whole thing. I didn't like the clips I saw, but, and a lot of people said it wasn't that great, but I'll give it a shot. I don't know. Sam Mendes, to me, is just a hero, and same with Todd Phillips. They're both the best modern filmmakers of the modern day. They're my two favorite directors now, along with Christopher Nolan, of course, but, Man, guys, I just can't get over 1917. It was a brilliant movie, a beautiful movie, an emotional movie, well shot, well special effect, just well everything. Everything was so well done and well directed. There's not really a complaint I can give. 1917 is a masterpiece. It's just that simple. So that was my last review of 2019, guys. Now it's all 2020 movies. The next 2020 movie I'm gonna review, the first one is Underwater, which it sucks I watched this along with 1917 because this movie's gonna overshadow 1917. 1917 is gonna overshadow Underwater like a bajillion times. Like, bro, it sucks because 1917 theaters are. When I went to 1917 to see the movie, the whole theater was packed. So like, bro, I mean, Underwater's gonna get overshadowed by 1917, but it's fine. Underwater was still a really good movie. I'm gonna talk about that in my next review. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and yeah. I really hope 1917 wins Best Picture because I know Endgame or Joker's not going to probably win. So I hope either if 1917 or Joker wins, then I'm happy. But if they don't, that's fine. One of them is either way. Thank you all for watching. Tatumeister is signing out. Bye bye.